everyone, AJ here. Ready for Battle is a series where I check in with some of the industry's top builders and see what they're building for this year's SEMA Show, and maybe even get a sneak peek at what they'll be entering for this year's Battle of the Builders. Today's guest is Jeremiah Proffitt from Proffitt's Resurrection Land Cruisers in Orchard City, Colorado. So let's give him a call and see what he's up to.
Hey, AJ.
Hey, Jeremiah, how's it going?
It's going well. How about yourself?
I'm finding things to do while in self-quarantine.
We've got tons of projects going on. The shop is cranking. Guys are having fun. We're staying safe, staying separated. We've got our special coronavirus bandanas with the logo going on.
The mask.
Yeah. And so it's good. It's all good. Building some cool trucks.
What do you have in store? What's the first thing I get to see?
We build Toyota Land Cruisers, all different kinds. And the F in FJ stands for a gas engine. Not all of these are FJs, but a lot of them are. This happens to be an FJ40, but it's gonna get a diesel engine, a Cummins diesel. So this little guy is a crate engine from Cummins, and they put out about 280 foot-pounds of torque and about 170 horse.
It doesn't sound like a lot, so because we're so used to in our industry, you know, the minimum has gotta be at least 500 horsepower, and even then that sounds like very low. So how is this going to be enough to basically carry an FJ?
Diesels have a lot of torque, and one like this with the torque in the right RPM band can carry a vehicle that's 4,500, 5,000 pounds with decent sized tires up over the mountain passes in fifth gear without downshifting, on trails, off-road, idling over obstacles. And so it's more about the power where you need it than it is wheel spin and horsepower. This thing here, this is an FJ2, but it's an FJ60. An FJ60 is a four-door Land Cruiser wagon. This one happens to be an 85, and it's getting the same engine. So if you look at this one, it's got all of the custom fabrication done. We build all of the mounts for all of these accessories, the radiator and the intercooler, custom air box, and all the intercooler tubing. This truck here will be at SEMA. So this is another FJ40 frame. You're getting a little bit of deja vu. It looks just like that last one, huh?
It does.
Except for, so this one's super similar, and the body for this is actually in the paint booth right now.
I'm all about a paint booth. I've kind of found my happy place on overhaul, and I've been in the paint booth a lot this season. So I get excited.
So I saw that. That's your spot. And this rig we're restoring for the original owner.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Why is it that the FJs are still so popular? Because you think, okay, Toyota, FJ, but what is it about the FJ that people just love? Land
Cruisers have a way of kind of getting in under your skin, and they're endearing, and they become sort of part of your family. They provide so many good experiences for people who own them and who grow up around them. And so it's really a car that people fall in love with. And that's why we're so busy. That's why we have so many great clients, because they love their Land Cruisers and they want to renew them and resurrect them into all the glory they can be. All right, so let's look at this. There's Roy and Jordy mating up another one of those diesels. They sure are popular. That's the third one we've seen, isn't it? Yeah.
Last year, you didn't enter the competition because you were a judge.
Judging for that and being in the contest has to be one of the most exciting things because you're able to compete on a stage with people from all over the world and in every different category, and it's a great opportunity. I'm super happy to be a judge. And if I'm not a judge again this year, then we've got some rigs that we're going to bring that'll hopefully at least get in the top three. This 1970 FJ40 that we are building specifically just to bring to SEMA and maybe to Battle of the Builders. This is actually the factory color. Okay. And we took the liberty of making it a factory soft top or a factory soft top replica.
For a factory color, that is pretty stunning. I love it. It's very clean. It's simple, it's timeless, yet still elegant.
Yep, that's what Toyota does. They use very simple colors. This one's super fun to drive because this is a 550 horsepower LS3.
This is definitely something I would drive.
Yeah, you look good in it. Maybe at SEMA you could drive it.
If you were not a judge and you're going to enter this year's Battle of the Builders, who do you think is going to be your biggest competition?
Boy, in the truck and off-road division, you know that the Gerbers always bring something pretty cool. Phil and Jeremy are going to have something there that's four-wheel drive. I just know it.
The Roadster shop, you have an inkling that they're going to try a different category?
I'm thinking, well, they had one last year. They had a Bronco last year in Battle of the Builders that was phenomenal.
So you think the Roadster shop is going to be your biggest competition this year?
They bring it. There's one right here that I think we're going to have ready. This one's going to be a push if we make it or not.
Okay.
Because it's so custom.
Now, why is this one so custom compared to other FJs that you're working on?
Because the client wanted it that way. So this guy said, I built this truck 15 years ago in my head, and I want you to do it for me in real life now. So he's getting a crazy powerful, something like 800 foot-pounds of torque, 400 horse diesel engine. A lot of these cars are in mock-up, so what we do is we build the whole vehicle and then we strip it apart and do the restoration work.
Now, when a customer comes to you and wants you to build them a vehicle, does it help that they already know what they want? Like, this guy clearly built everything in his head. Now it's just a matter of translating it to you to how he wants it built, or do you kind of have to pretty much hold people's hands to kind of walk them along? What do you prefer?
A little of both. I like to walk with my arms out, keeping people from doing things that don't add value to the Land Cruiser, or that just won't work, or that aren't safe. But most people know what they want, and they know what they're going to use the vehicle for when it's done. And so that means that we want to build them that exactly what they want. We used to have deadlines of other shows that were the big deal, but now SEMA is the big deal. That's what keeps us up at night and keeps us going. And I think the SEMA Show makes more excitement for the guys in the shop than any other event throughout the year.
Now you've got, for the past, I think, couple years, we have a new division, the Young Guns. So now we've got the future builders of the automotive industry. And have you seen any young guns that you've got to watch out for?
I have, actually, and I've been following that program pretty closely, both as a judge and as a fan. And the Young Guns guys, they're always going to bring their best, and they're so much fun to talk to and go look at their rigs. They get more excited about it than anybody else, and the Young Gun program is fantastic.
And I love that you guys also you guys have everything there, the paint booth, fabrication. So you basically don't have to send the vehicle out. You just kind of do everything in-house.
That's right, pretty much everything. We do all of our own mechanical and fabrication, auto body and paint. We don't powder coat or sandblast. Those are two things that we have that we outsource. But just about everything else we do in-house, and that's really nice because it allows us to take all the quality control and sort of keep it under our own bell, make sure that everything that we're doing is up to our quality control standards, and it's kind of a luxury.
I will let you guys get back to work because I know you guys are very busy, which is amazing. The clock is ticking. We've got about 6 months before SEMA 2020. So thank you for taking the time to talk with me and opening up your shop to us.
Thank you, AJ. It's been great.
Okay, and I will see you very soon at SEMA.
All right, perfect.
All right, bye.
Bye.
To catch more of SEMA, the Battle of the Builders, please visit www.semabotb.com.